everybody, Erica Serwin here, and I have another fun Best Bunny project for you. Today, I'm making a chocolate holder, and I'm going to show you what I have inside here in just a second. Let me tell you what I'm using. The Best Bunny stamp set, super cute in the annual catalog, and I'm using the Stitched Season Framelets, which are only limited availability in August. So hopefully if you want them and you see this video during August 2018, you know that you can't get these after the end of the month. So that's what I've used to make the shape of the box here. Now, you guys always want to know what I have inside, so let me show you. Honestly, this is kind of a smorgasbord of stuff, but I'm going to show you what you can put in here. The old standby is the Ghirardelli, right? These Ghirardelli, that's the size that I made this for. So 4 of those would fit in there. But then I also have some of these different. These are Skinny Cow, Sweet Raspberry something. They're a little bit smaller, but you can see the packaging fits in there. Just like that. And then these Krispy Kreme Coffee Thins, I used these last fall with our coffee cup stuff. Very, very popular and fun to work with, but they fit in there also. So, you know, I have a little collection of candy here in my studio that I use to design projects, so I just pulled a bunch of different things. But you can see if you went and bought just a package of each of those, or of one of those, you could put 4 in your little holder. Okay, well, let's get started. Let's make our cute little bunny tag first. Now, I'm going to get a piece of Whisper White. I'm going to stamp him in Memento, and the reason I'm stamping him in Memento is because we're going to color him with Stampin' Blends. Now, you notice I'm going to punch him out here in a minute, and he's got to be on the left side of this punch. So I'm going to do him kind of over here on that side, and then I'm going to stamp the cute little sentiment in Cherry Cobbler. I chose Cherry Cobbler to match the DSP, the Designer Series paper, which I'll tell you more about in just a minute. All right, now you could color your bunny in lots of different colors. You could leave him white, but I'm going to color him in Crumb Cake with Crumb Cake Blends, and I'm going to use the fine tip end, and I'm just going to go around him and coat him in the light Crumb Cake. Now if you know anything about me, you've probably heard that we have 2 bunnies at our house. One is a white Californian, and she was lonely, so we bought a bunny for our bunny. And this is the color he is. He's actually a Harlequin bunny, so he's kind of like a calico cat, and he has different browns all over him. Now I'm using the darker Crumb Cake to kind of go around his belly, and I'm going to add a little bit under his chin there, and just a little bit there by his ears. It kind of gives him a little dimension. And I'm going to just leave the inside of his ears white, and I'm going to leave his belly white. So I've gone back with my light Crumb Cake, and I'm just kind of blending that in. Isn't he adorable? So cute. Now you could use your soft suede blends, and I want you to point out that's what I did here. It's a little bit darker. So the light is the Crumb Cake, and the dark is the new soft suede Stampin' Blends. All right, so they're ready. Let's take the Everyday Label Punch, and we're just going to put him in here. And I want to leave room over here for a gold heart. So just make sure that when you punch it, you've left yourself a little room. And I've already done that. I just used one of my Tiny Heart framelets. And this is actually from, let me look on my list to tell you exactly, the Pretty Park framelets. We have a new little framelit set that has a bulldog. And that's the set I used for that little heart. All right, so we've got that. Now I am using, this is a little sneak peek. And this is, isn't it cute? I mean, first of all, let's just say masculine plaid, just really cute. But it's actually Christmas paper. On the back, you can see it's green. It's called Festive Farmhouse, and it's in the new Stampin' Up! Holiday 2018 holiday catalog. So just a little sneak peek there. I punched it out with a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. Now, check this out. This is the new corrugated embossing folder, and it's one of our thicker embossing folders. So we're going to create some corrugated Crumb Cake cardstock, and we used to, a long time ago, carried some corrugated paper. We don't have it anymore. It was really sad when it went away, but now we can make our own in any color we want. So I'm putting my regular Big Shot platform down. This is a thicker folder, so we do not need, let's see, I think I'm going to do it this way. We do not need the bottom clear plate because it's thick. Now, one thing I want to show you, this is brand new, and I've used it once at my downline meeting. And we found that when we ran it through this way with the stripes going this way, that it was really, it put so much pressure on the cardstock that it tore in some places. So now, again, big shots are all different. Some are tighter than others, some are looser than others. So play around with yours and see. We found on mine that we had to put it in this way with the stripes going up and down. And that didn't create as much pressure because when you put it through this way, it's putting constant pressure on those. But when you put it through here, it's just putting pressure on it for a second as it goes over those little bumps that are embossing. All right, so run it through. And let's see. I have found that I've been embossing pieces that are bigger than I need just so I can keep it around in my scrap bin and pull it out and use it. It's just really cute. All right, that looks really good. So what I'm going to do is just take a little snippet. And guys, I did not write down the measurements of this, but let's see if you want to know exactly. It's about 5/8. And then I'm going to take my scissors and cut this angle like that and cut this one like that. And then let's see how long that is. That is about 3.5 inches. So if you want specifics on that, it's 5/8 by 3 and what did I say? 3.5. Okay, so you know, when I create, I just kind of throw things together. I'm kind of like one of those cooks that just throws things together. All right, let's put that there. And I'm going to use my dimensionals, which are now buried over here, and put dimensionals under here like that. And I think I'm going to put it off center a little bit because I really want that paper to show through. All right, now last thing we need for our tag is some of the farmhouse twine. This is in the catalog. It goes with that suite of products. It matches the paper perfectly. So I'm going to use the cherry cobbler. And you know, this is different from my regular twine. It says cotton twine. It's a little bit, I don't know, curly maybe? Is that the word? Soft. It has a little more wave to it. I like it. And I think that it might be fun to pull it apart and use the strands inside, which maybe we'll do on another project. But I've just made a simple bow. And I'm going to put that right there with a glue dot. Okay, now that our tag is ready, it's time to make the holder. Now I've already done a little bit of the work. I have cut out 2 of the, whoops, I've got things all over the place. I've already cut out 2 of the stitched labels. Let me show you which ones I used. I cut them out of soft suede. We've got 3 sizes here with these framelets, and they're really cute because they're stitching on the inside, and when you cut it out, there's also stitching on the outside, so you could use that as a frame. But I used the middle one here. See that right there, the middle size. So I cut 2 of those, and we're going to score it. Grab my Simply Scored, and I'm going to put that on here, and I'm going to score it at 3 inches. Now make sure you've got it level, and just put a little line there on each one at 3. Now while I have my Simply Scored here, let's get the other piece. You guys, the measurements are here. Here's the PDF. This was originally a Facebook Live project that I did, and I put them all in one post. Here's this one. You can hop over there. I'll link it here on YouTube, and you can get this PDF. It has all the products that I'm using, as well as these measurements that you're going to need right here, and 2 other projects with a best bunny if you like. All right, so now let's score this piece of cardstock. This is soft suede, and it measures 2 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I'm going to score the long side at 2 4 1/4, and then I'm going to score the short side at 1/2 inch and 1 3/4 of an inch. All right, so now we're going to actually take some tear and tape before we start cutting. This will make it easier. And I'm going to put tear and tape along these long sides like that. Tear and tape is the best adhesive for making your 3D projects. It is very strong. And You saw how I just can tear it off. I don't need to cut it and have, you know, scissors near. All right, so I've got that. Now I'm gonna take my snips. I'm gonna cut that. The reason I did the adhesive ahead of time, that way I don't have to pull off 6 little backings. I just had to pull off 2. All right, so get our fingers sticky, and we're gonna fold this in, and we're gonna make a U-shaped box. Okay, whoops, a U-shaped box. Now don't worry, none of this is gonna be seen. So if you're thinking, Erica, that's not very pretty, don't worry. We're gonna take one of our stitched shapes, fold that in, and let's put a little bit of adhesive here. And we're gonna set this in the center, okay, right there. And then we're gonna fold this guy up. All right, see how that box is covered? Now let's do the other side. Fold it in, put a little bit of adhesive there. Center it. Let's see, I want to make sure that they are equal distance on both sides. There we go. See how that and that match? And just fold it up. And there you have your cute little box. Easy. All right, the last thing we're gonna do is just put this tag that we already made here on the front, and we are done. You made my day. Who could you give that to? Somebody at work, somebody who helped you, or your child's teacher. I always think these are perfect for kids' teachers. Now, the inside is pretty big. Remember, there are 4 Ghirardellis or the other little chocolates in there. You could fill it up with nuggets, Hershey Kisses, some trail mix, anything. All right, you guys, I hope you like it. Make sure you hop back over to my blog and check out the PDF, so you have the measurements and the product information. And don't forget to get those framelits before the end of August. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.